My name's David, and I played golf at the University of Mobile. A typical week while I was in school was pretty much classes in the morning. With golf, it's a unique sport in that you don't just have practice for 2 hours and hit the gym for 2 hours. Typically, you're going to have practice last somewhere between 2 and 6 hours, depending on what's going on that particular day. And so for practice regimen, we really wanted to make sure that we got classes done early in the morning. So we were taking classes starting at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, running through about 1 p.m. in the afternoon. And then from there, it was straight to the cafeteria for a quick bite, and then off to the driving range for practice, or possibly to the golf course for qualifying for our next tournament. It was also, you want to practice on your own as well. And so we spent a lot of night practices as well. So we had a lit driving range on campus, which was very nice. One of the nice advantages at University of Mobile was that the golfers' housing and residences were right on the driving range. So we could work, study, go to class, come back, and we're always by the driving range or the chipping green and just stepping out the door to get there. Some of the biggest challenges that I dealt with as a student athlete was obviously balancing both my academic goals as well as my athletic goals. At the University of Mobile, I was very fortunate. I was a 2-time academic All-American. I graduated top of my class in finance. Did go on to do other things academically, but more importantly, one of the things that I wanted to achieve was having a very high GPA as well as being very successful in golf. My senior year in college, I won 5 tournaments, including the regional championship and a national championship individually in New Mexico. So again, it was very tough doing that, but it was a lot of fun. It took a lot of work, but I had great support from my golf coach and from my family and, of course, from my teammates. That has led me to also pursue a degree. I have a Master's of Business Administration from Mississippi State University, and I'm currently working on my doctorate at California Southern University. I am also the Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer for Pen-Air Federal Credit Union located in Pensacola, Florida. My favorite part about being a student athlete was absolutely the camaraderie I had with my teammates. Just hanging out with the guys, having a good time. We had something that was always in common, whether it was going out and practicing or qualifying or trying trick shots out of the woods, running up balls up to the putting green, or if it was watching one of the greatest games ever played with the 4 majors, the Masters, the U.S. Open, the British Open, of course, the PGA Championship. It's something that we always had in common, something that was always going on, and typically 24/7, if you walked into any one of our rooms or living areas, you would see pretty much golf or some type of golf instruction on TV. Some of the benefits of being a student athlete, obviously with the fact that being a golfer, it's a lifelong sport, and playing collegiate golf, people always associate a certain level of expectation of your ability and your scoring ability. Well, when you get into the workplace, people want you on their team, and so you're always getting invited to play different things, fundraisers, and it's a great tool to use in the workplace. So from a business perspective, I use it to develop relationships with other companies out in the workplace, develop relationships to help further growth with my particular company I work for now, and then also just enjoy friendships and with family as well. I now have 2 children. They both play, and we spend a lot of time on the weekends on the golf course. And just you get to spend 4 hours away from the TV, out on the golf course, spending time with one another, developing friendships, and a great bonding experience with anybody of any time. For those of you that aspire to be college golfers, some things that you can work at right now in high school would be to focus on spend time in the gym. That's the most important thing. It's new to the modern era. A lot of people that you're going to talk to are going to say that working out is not necessarily something for golfers. But if you look at the best golfers out there right now, even dating back to Gary Player, you look at how long they've played golf, the level of success that they had. Things started with personal physical fitness. So make sure you get in the gym, work out. Also, you need to make sure that you're eating right. Your eating habits are what you put in your body is what you can get out of your body. And so if you put healthy things in your body, you can get healthy performance out of your body. Things that you can work on to start working towards getting a college scholarship, of course, is playing lots of tournaments. And it doesn't matter what they are. Start building your resume. It could be a local city championship, a local city junior championship. It could be something larger on a national scheme with the AJGA. It's a wonderful program running tournaments coast to coast. And again, it gives you a good gauge about how you compete on a national basis versus everyone else. Make sure that you spend time videotaping yourself, because college coaches are really interested that if you don't have a strong resume, they want to know, okay, look, what kind of player is this going to be? Who am I getting myself into? And then start sending off those videos for you, those of you that qualify, given certain regulations that we have in college that we have to stay within. But you can start sending off that material to college coaches that you want to play for later on in life. And make sure you start doing that now and preparing yourself for success later. as far as academics go, college coaches do look at that performance because they want to know what kind of discipline does this particular golfer have. Obviously, they're scoring well, and I'm considering them for a college scholarship, but what if we have two like golfers? Well, if one has a GPA of 4.0, one has a GPA of 3.0, that does say something about their level of dedication and well-roundedness that they have. And then also, you know what, how difficult is this person going to be not only to coach on the golf course as part of the team, but also the golf coaches at college have to consider, you know what, how much of a problem are they going to be off the golf course? You know, do they have a history of being of disciplinary action in their school? Do they have a history of having academic troubles? You know, if that's the case, then you're probably going to have a little bit more you're going to have a much more difficult time attaining that college scholarship than you would if you had better grades and maybe you were more well-rounded. Maybe you had maybe you spent time doing different types of clubs in schools, things like you know, Interact and SAD and you know, a variety of clubs that you can get involved in the high school level to help round out your resume, give you experience in leadership, give you experience working with people, your friends. Those are the kind of things that coaches can look at, the intangibles, and you being involved and having good academics, being well-rounded, being involved in the school and the clubs that are available to you. That's all going to play a role in the college coach's mind of who they're going to decide to offer a scholarship to. You're going to have a lot of distractions in your life. It's going to be, you're going to be walking a path and there's going to be a lot of distractions. People are going to try to pull you to the side. You want to make sure that you stay focused on what's important to you. Write down your goals. You know, a recent study by the Harvard Business Review said that basically 13% of all graduates from Harvard. Now, this is Harvard, right? One of the most, you know, highest esteemed universities in the country, let alone the world. And they're saying that if you write down your goals, you're going to be much more successful than if you don't. They did a study recently, and of the 13% of the people that wrote down their goals, they exceeded the other 87% by 84% in returns as far as earnings go and success in the workplace after college. So really be disciplined, you know, stick to your goals, stay focused, write out a plan about what you want to do, who you want to be, how you want to be there, and how you're going to get there. And I think that's going to really help you stay focused on what you want to do. You know, going to college, playing golf or tennis or football or baseball, whatever your sport is, but stay disciplined. Know what you have to do to be successful and do it. You know, other things is that so often we focus on what others think is best for us. Make sure you find out, talk to people, spend time with those that have had success in your particular sport. You know, what did I have to do? You know, how much time do I need to spend in the weight room? How much time do I have to make sure I'm eating right? How much time do I need to spend on the golf course or practicing, whatever it may be? And really give you a good idea what you need to do to be successful in your sport. But most importantly, like I said, you got to start. So don't just sit around and wait. No one else is going to do it for you. Make sure that you go out there and start your practice regimen, start your workout regimen, start your eating habits right, and get grounded, because that's ultimately what's going to be most important. And I appreciate your time. I think this is a fantastic initiative, and I wish you best of success in your life. Thank you.